LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga's recent gameplay trailer reveals a few differences in terms of the graphics, character models and levels compared to last year's gameplay trailer. So let's take a look in this video at what has changed in the last 12 months. Hello everyone, my name is Ahch-To, how are you? And welcome to another LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video. Just before we do get into the comparison, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the latest LEGO Star Wars news updates and any future other videos on this game. We'll go through the trailer chronologically, so let's get started with the duel on Mustafar between Anakin and Obi-Wan. Whilst these are taken at different points in the duel in terms of time, they still are pretty close in terms of what's going on, so you can see some visual changes, including Anakin not having his cape, which probably has been removed from the left side in that part of the game as well, because he doesn't have a cape at that moment in time. Also, the lightsabers do look different. So, whilst this could just be the lighting, it does appear that on the left-hand side, the white core and blue glow on the outer of the blade has been changed a little bit with a pale light blue core and a slightly more purplish look for the glow, which actually does look better. Next up is a detail that has been added to Yoda's head. So, on the right-hand side, you can see some dirt on his head, like a bit of brown, and on the left-hand side, it's clean. He does have the wrinkles in his head, but there isn't any brown dirt on his head. Here is the carbonite freezing chamber duel between Vader and Luke, and there are a few changes in this one, so maybe it's just the lighting again, but you can see that the orange floor has been made a little bit more brighter, and you can also see that in the back there is less bloom on that window that you can see right at the back towards the middle. And also, I think the lightsabers have got a little bit more colour as well, but again, that could just be the lighting. Here is Finn on the First Order Star Destroyer, and whilst the clips are a little bit different in terms of what Finn's doing, on the left he is riding a horse, on the right he's showing off the new shooting mechanics, and the time is a little bit different. So on the left hand side, Finn is further back because look at the location of the bridge, whereas on the right hand side he's closer to the bridge. But as you can see, there are more props on the right hand side on the Star Destroyer specifically, but everything else pretty much looks the same. This Kylo Ren comparison shows the difference between a pre-rendered cinematic and real-time gameplay, because the graphics on the left-hand side just are better. The character model has per-object motion blur. This isn't to say the in-game version is really bad, because it isn't. It just looks worse, I would say, in my opinion, compared to the cinematic version, but it does have something the cinematic doesn't. There is salt from Crait's surface on Kylo Ren's character model, be it the torso, the feet, or the hands, or the arms, which is a nice touch. This shot of Rey training is very close to being identical, but it is at a different time of day. They've changed Rey's character model to be correct, to be the Resistance outfit, not her scavenger outfit that she arrives on Ahch-To with. This is another duel that's got two shots that are from different parts in the duel, but I thought it was a cool comparison. On the left-hand side, you can see before the fire burns the red curtains, if you will, but you can see Snoke's destroyed throne. It's just a cool comparison. You can see that not much has changed, although I would say maybe the bricks have been altered a little bit around in the throne, but not by much. The Geonosis Arena now has a bit more of a reddish look to it in the new trailer. Whether this is colouring done in the trailer edit or it's done in-game, we don't quite know, but I just thought I'd point that out. For this comparison of the princess, I'm using a screenshot still, not a clip from last year's gameplay trailer, because it almost lines up with this new clip from the recent gameplay trailer. There isn't any major changes really, other than maybe the lighting a little bit, but that could just be the angle of the shot. This comparison is the biggest difference by far. You can see that on the left-hand side, we have a pre-rendered cinematic of Rey and Kylo Ren. It looks phenomenal compared to the in-game version, honestly. Like, the graphics are just a lot worse. The shadowing on the tie, whereas it's just sand that isn't Lego studs on the right-hand side, and the sky and the terrain is a little bit different in terms of colour as well. Here is Yaddle and Lando on Kashyyyk in almost the exact same position, just in front of a barricade for the Wookiees, and there isn't much of a difference here, to be honest, even though it's almost identical in terms of the shot location, other than maybe the colouring of sort of the background, the lighting a little bit, but it's very minor, and it could just be the video that has been edited. Here is the Death Star 2 debris, but as you can see on the right hand side, Jaina is running in gameplay, whereas on the left hand side it is a pre-rendered cinematic, and there is differences in terms of the colour of the scene, so maybe it's changed completely in the cinematic as well. Here's a shot of the Millennium Falcon in space above Hoth with some Star Destroyers, and you can clearly see that the visual effects of the engine has been changed. So in the actual LEGO set it's more blue, but on the right hand side it's purple, and that is quite a significant difference. You can tell easily they're not the same anymore. And finally, here is a comparison of Ghost Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you can see that there is basically no difference, I would say, except maybe the lighting of the scene a little bit. He's a little bit of a darker blue in terms of the ghost on the left hand side, whereas it's more of a lighter blue on the right hand side. Comment down below which changes interested you the most, and if you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like to help support the channel. Subscribe for more LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga videos, because I will be posting more, and check out any of the 2 previous videos on the screen if you did miss them in my next LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga video. Goodbye.